Let's get on. Well, there's sun. There's sun in my window. This is my first stream. First sun stream. 2023, because we just have no more sun. Are you all shoveling? By the end of 2023, every country will have winter shovels. Brazil, California, with all the craziness going on. So, am I live? I think so. I think I am live. But of course, Bruce is on time. It's not something that happens very, very much, now does it? Video will be up today also at the same time. If there are any new subscribers here to the channel and want to come and say hello, and that I can thank you for subscribing at the same time, let me know if you just subscribed to the channel. Let me know if you just saw one of my videos for the first time. Let me know if you've been here for 50 years, but I'll know it. I will definitely know it. 1:02 p.m. Eastern Time. Welcome, Montreal stream with some sun coming in the window. Very rare. But I was able to get outside this morning very early and get a 2-minute glimpse, almost 5-minute glance at the sun. I'll get that video up also with not just the sun, obviously something else. When the sun's not active, I will not film it. I won't even mention it. Of course, I only post it when there's something good on the sun. Hey there, Karen18, Nick Bowker. Thank you guys. You guys. I got a Elmer Fudd going this morning. Jen in the house. Hello to you. Margaret. Always the same amazing people coming by my street. Patricia Parker. The sun's been playing on my head. Looking at the news, it's hard to follow now with everything going on, especially in Ohio. Mark Morno, thank you very much. Sup, brother? Lots going on in the news, I tell you that. Taki, Samo, Taki, thank you very much. And not Samo, but Sama. Thank you. No, it is Samo. Janine, salut à toi. Merci, hein? Bonne journée. Ajnas, thanks for coming in, you guys. Penny Naveau is here. Thank you very much. Hey, Bruce, I finally got to listen live from the beginning. A lot going on. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Beyond crazy. You're right about that, Danny. Thanks again for being here, you guys. And thanks to the members and everything, guys. I really appreciate it. Christopher Rollins is in the house. Hey, dudes and dudettes. Yeah, I know they're not talking about the aliens anymore, eh? Not too much mention about the UFOs, right? Actually, you find it funny that in the news media, the first thing they said was, right after a couple of hours of having been spotted in Montana, this balloon, they say, just to let you all know that it's not aliens at all. And then you hear the people in the background laughing to play. You need that meme where the guy's sweating and you see the sweat coming down his face. They're not going to be able to hide all these things very soon. It's never been a question whether aliens exist or not. It's like, everybody knows there's obviously other forms of life out there, from intelligent to pretty lame, like worms or whatever, right? Like the worms in charge of us here. Bobana. But they're trying to change the scenario. We got to remain open-minded. Okay, sure, there could be an alien invasion, they say. But don't think that everything that happens is an alien invasion, a fake alien invasion. What if real aliens invade? And we'll all be saying, nah, you're not a real creature. You're just a, alien made from American hybrid, right? Like that defense minister, Haim Eshed, dared on the news in an interview, actually saying, to bring a whole lot of spotlight around him, right, and attention onto him, says the Americans have hybrid aliens that are astronauts that work for them that are not human, and they live inside of Mars in an old archaeological dig site. So it's like, what? Then you hear Andrew Basiago that went there with his dad, and in that archaeological dig site, there's a gateway, a portal that they can teleport themselves back to the moon. Takes about 30 minutes or something. I don't know what he said, but he even gave the time that it took. I'm not saying it's not real or not, but those are things for me that we can flag as either, we'll never know if it's real or not, probably. Hopefully we will. Easy Bruce. Hey, how's it going, brother? UK tuning in. Joe Burgess and family, thank you for being here. Thanks again, Karen Fitzpatrick. Thanks for coming back, you guys. Bobana. Thanks, Bobana. And thanks for being a member again, everyone, eh? Margaret Leach says, if I ever get great info, how do I send to you? My email that I'm having so many problems in. Again, I have to empty and dump it all. I had some saved emails. I have a problem with spam coming in my email every day. And what it does is it clutters up. It's like swaths of large information that they're sending to the email. And sometimes I miss emails, but the best way to send me information is either right in the community whenever I post in the community, or right on a video. The videos, say to yourself, when I post a video, I always, since the beginning of time, go down and look at all the comments. But then again, if there's something more important or private, you can say, well, hey, Bruce, I want to send you an email, something. I'll go and check, because honestly, a lot of you send me emails, and a lot of you, I'm not seeing it for some frigged up reason. Look, I look really stupid when it comes to the email. I don't understand. I'm not doing anything wrong, but I'm just not getting a lot of people's emails though. But I do have the Bruce Ward 75, a commercial gmail.com is my email. You can give it a try there. But like I said, you can bring it up here. You can bring it up anywhere in the comment sections. Evelyn, my New Zealand friends, how are you guys doing? Good morning, Evelyn. We got some sun here this morning, which is a cool thing coming in the window. That's a rare occasion. Aleos Vahatla, thank you very much, brother. How's it going, man? Everyone, I'm on my way to work. I'll be back with you in a few. Thank you very much. Have a nice drive. On a eu moins de neige que prévu, mon frère. We got less snow than we were supposed to get. Supposed to be 20 some in Montreal, 30 here, and I think I only got about 15 or 20 maximum, which is still a lot. Chickadee, thanks for coming in. Daz is here. Thanks, you guys. Welshhammer, cheers to you too. Thanks for coming in, you guys. And that's Elias Valhatla's other channel. You got to check out his music setup if you haven't yet. Big supporter of the channel. Nice, cool guy. Guy's French, but he also responds in English because he works his ass off to reply to English people. And he's doing pretty good. I am Kai in the house. 42 watching is good. Now up to 61. It would be awesome if I'm starting to think it's that and be careful what I say, but the Depop is it showing in streams now? It's like at one point we'll be just like 20 of us. Hard to believe only 70 people have been here over the years, but when you look at a video, it fascinates me. The videos stop at 70 comments. And again, when I say that, those of you that come here all the time say, well, I even notice that you guys, well, some of you leave 2 or 3 on top of it. If not, so we only get usually only about 50 or 60 people that comment on my videos, and people don't believe it. Then it goes up to about 200 comments because I reply to everybody. But it's fascinating how they can hide and suppress channels. C18 Trudeau, the very dishonorable Prime Minister of China, came up with the plan to pass a C18 bill, which they're going to be doing in hiding for sure. And they're rushing to do all of this. It's really harming the creators. The C11 bill is stopping us creators from being seen when we talk about certain subjects. Obviously, war and everything. If not, I would have amazing streams talking about what's going on in Ohio and Ukraine and Russia and everything. And, the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, the pandemic. I would be just going to town like, a lot of people do on YouTube, which is hard to understand. Some people can say it all, right? You go to a channel, some people are just boom, 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 bringing it out there, talking about the Depop, just talking and talking, and they have no problems. Me, I can't even talk. I got a strike on a couple of videos ago because I said we can't talk about and I pointed to my arms and then got a strike and stuff. Like, what the hell? Talk about watching someone. They don't know they are, but they can say they're not aliens. Well, exactly. Exactly, Mark. Well, I'll tell you what, and thanks for being here, you guys. They're definitely trying to replicate alien technology. What do you think of that? The Kardashev scale talks about different types. I've been mentioning a couple of streams now about different types. In my research, always looking at new things, right? Talk about different types of civilizations, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, depending on how much energy they are using. For example, we're not even at type 1 yet. Once we get to a type 1, we'll be able to have mastered and understood the power of our sun, probably be able to replicate it like we already are now with the fake suns, right? They're free energy machines. And once that, which has been around for a long time, free energy, but people were killed trying to bring these patents out and these inventions out because, of course, the elites do not want anyone to have a monopoly over the free energy. It's going to be the elites for sure. You can see the countries are in competition for that. Who's going to be in charge of the free energy and whatnot with making their sun. So the states also have a sun just like China, but it's underground apparently. Germany has also created a sun, just a free energy machine, just like China, but them too have it underground, I think. CCP likes to flash, you know that. They got caught meddling their dirty noses, the CCP, and Canadian affairs. That's something that for me there, I'm really sick of that. I can't wait till we all get to talk about it. Started stocking some water and yeah, listen. I have, and you know what? Just the other day, I had water bottles here, and every time I buy water bottles, for whatever the reason, I keep the empty water bottle, throw it in the fridge, and I just fill it with regular water. I don't drink it actually. I check it out most of the time. But I said if ever the electricity did go out, the pumps coming to the homes, sending water to the homes, are not going to work in town. So you literally won't have any water coming to the house. And unless you're in a snowy region like me right now in the winter, you're not really able to bring in pots of water to melt and to wash yourself in freezing water, whatnot. We can still live. It's not the end of the world, but just doing that can save us a lot. I have enough rice here, bags of rice that it probably, if there was a flood, put all around my house. Little things like that. It's not much. I did not save up on much things, but just the basic necessities to be able to last a couple of months. The people that have nothing at all will be the first to experience more problems about it. But it's inevitable, about the blackout. If it's not an EMP attack, electromagnetic pulse attack from a foreign country like China or Russia, we're going to have to be worried about one coming from the sun because it just let go one hell of a coronal mass ejection. One of the largest flares of them all are X flares, and an X 2.2 after a massive solar it was a solar storm, right? And it comes up, a prominence rises up, and then poof, corona mass ejection pushed out towards Earth. And look at everything that's going on around the world, which is probably a lot of you have a hard time or maybe not even hearing about all the storms and everything. I cut off before what I was saying. The C-18 bill is going to cause, because of Turdo, all Canadians will not be able to, like the Ukraine, they said it in the news yesterday. Canadians can't look at the Ukraine war and Russian war. We have no access to any videos. I've not seen one at all during the war, at all. And you hear and see Russian channels on YouTube that are talking about it, that are going, off the radar. But aside from that, not seeing much. From Knights Landing, California, Michael, thank you very much, brother. Knights Landing. That's an awesome name, eh? Reminds me of Knots Landing in Falcon Crest. The movie. No, I don't watch Falcon Crest. I'm Kai, says, feeling depressed for no real reason. Much love, guys. Well, happy you're here. When was it the other day, man? 2 days ago. Feeling down, and it's just like you said, for no real reason. I think that's where you see where you're saying, eh? When you say I'm depressed, but there's no reason to be depressed. It's chemical. It's in the air. It's with everything that's going on in the news. That gets me down a little bit when I see what's going on in the news, and then you see more lockdowns, or then there was more of this, and I get frustrated inside. Get really frustrated. We can't really express ourselves online about everything and anything. We have to be careful with what we're saying. We've been invaded by aliens. I believe it, and I also believe that there's been some here for a while. They're coming across our border as we speak. Yeah, speaking of border, you'll see that a border here in Quebec is and Ontario, actually, I think near Ottawa, is in the news because they're talking about all the immigrants that are coming in from our border. We have a border; it's just a crossover border. There's nobody there. It's like a free key hanging on the door, and you just go by, pick up the key, and you enter. Just free Canadian entry, you know, which is never good. Mr. Peter Benton, thank you so much, brother, for generous contributions, man. Hope you and Kelly are well. Hi, Bruce, and everyone in the chat just stepped off the train at Kelly's, and so I will catch up when I get in. Have an amazing weekend. Eyes on the news, a whole bunch of crazy, wacky stuff going on out there. Mayhem, turmoil in the weather. Big, So here's the thing. The polar vortex broke up over, thanks again, Peter, broke up over the North Pole and pushed down all its cold air and currents and wind down to the US and Canada. There was already a depression coming in from the States that was going to hit us here. At the same time, North Pole was pushing that depression of air mass back over towards the water, and it broke up. So instead of getting the 30 centimeters we're supposed to get with the winds, we got less than that. Very cold this morning. I think it's minus 22 outside, something like that. It was like that for the past couple of days. They're announcing cold again tomorrow. It's supposed to be the coldest weekend in history. Where in the States, I think, or maybe even Canada. Here could be here actually in Quebec, because Canada and the States are, with what's going on, the polar vortex, we're experiencing very similar weather. California closed their highways and schools because they got a part of it anyways. Also, I won't say all of California, maybe not, all of California got snow, but they did. They got some snow. We got North Dakota, if I'm not mistaken, and another place close to there where they had massive historical snowfall amounts and hurricanes and around the world, but especially Cyclone Freddy at Madagascar, Zimbabwe, Africa. It's going along all the southern hemisphere is getting hit because of that sun. And the sun, with what it let go, was big enough. It wasn't the end of the world, but it was a big, amount of energy. So now does it make sense that when the flood happened back in the day and it rained for 40 nights, could it have been one hell of a flash from the sun after, let's say, a massive corona mass ejection happened, and then 20-30 days into that, boom, a flash from the sun, then Earth would just plunge into rain for 40 days and nights, like they say in some book called the Bible. Hey, Pat, Masabo mon frère, how's it going, brother? Hello, everyone, and hail to Moonmaster. Thank you, guys. I'm not worthy. Thank you so much. The guy's like, what the hell are you doing? Be one of the cool kids. Hit the likes button. I really appreciate that, honestly. 96 people watching. We are locked at 100 here, usually. 100 viewers. Yes, not yesterday. The last stream we went up to almost 150 people watching at the same time. Ooh. It was pretty cool, but it'd be nice to get a bit more people. Monday, last Monday, not this Monday, 2 Mondays ago. Thanks to you all who stopped by. Listen, we had about 550 people watching at once. It was incredible. And actually, it was so incredible, guys, because I got about 200 subscribers. I have some people over from Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 003 channels community. You could look back in the community and scroll down, and you'll see his channel. I had an interview with him the other day. There's another one on March 9th, if I'm not mistaken. You can check his live section to see when he has upcoming streams with people. Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 003, we had some fun talking about a lot of issues, a lot of things that are going on. They're hush-hush with the UFOs, eh? They taking a couple of days off, maybe not talking about them. It doesn't mean they're not going by. Honestly, there could still be the same amount of UFOs that are being caught in the sky. But honestly, guys, when you see the news media who actually these days are always lying to us when you see them say, just to let you all know, we're confirming that these are not alien objects. So, and what does it change? Whether it be an alien or whether it be China, it's still not very good if someone's surveying us like that. I got to be careful with what I say, but I'm not stupid. If you see a Chinese supposed spy balloon just went over all of the U.S. and then was a whole bunch of accidents like Ohio and everything, come on, there. It's obviously something because of the reason that the balloon went over the states, I believe. Carlos, thanks a lot, man. Operation Bluebeam is scheduled for this fall, according to John D'Souza, FBI retired. Yeah, and don't forget, they're talking about that event, but the program Bluebeam has never existed. It's a story, right? I have a hard time with the alien invasion theory. I wonder if it's going to happen. And again, I'm open minded. It's the theories all you guys and gals are talking to me about, but I really wonder about that. I also heard what John D'Souza spoke about Bluebeam. Also, lots of the up there guys and the big ones are talking about that. So there's got to be some truth to it. There's some insiders, that in the FBI and CIA that are there to help and protect the people. I'm seeing it more and more, especially this year. I'm really happy. I never thought I'd say that right off the bat. People think, okay, he's an informant, but I'm not. But I think that we're always turning around blaming those associations. If it wouldn't have been with the CIA, we wouldn't have known about MK Ultra mind control because that came out from the inside. So I'm just saying, most of, like, look, Pentagon, what they did with Kennedy and not Kennedy, not Pentagon, but the CIA with Kennedy and everything. I get it, right? They're not to be trusted, but it's good to know at least that someone's on the inside sometimes that brings some stuff outwards. If not, we wouldn't hear about anything. That's for sure. They risk their lives to doing so. That's for sure. Oh, everything's jammed. There we go. Can you send out some healing energy? Absolutely. I can send out. I can actually send out so much healing energy that might be a little hot under the collar and say, okay, well, that's a bit too much. Sending out some down your way, Jen. Wig 007. I tell you, I've done it for a couple of people. David Donlin. And my thoughts the other day, a lot of you guys, too, Christy, Lindsay, everybody, Darla. We go through a lot of things sometimes when we're not online here. And I think in the past few years, we've all been tasting it. We've all been really getting down. Hey, Kai, for all the crap that's going on around us. So I'm sending Kai energy. I'm doing like Romper Room again. I'm sending Jen energy. Juan Ramirez. And when I say I send it for real, Jen. I don't just say, I don't send out free energy for nothing. I send it to the people I love. And I love you, so I'll send you some. You can be sure. One, governments are too dumb to really create anything that's real extraterrestrial. I agree with you 100% about that. Yeah, human technology is a joke to real alien supremacy. I think you said a lot right there, Juan. I agree with you 100%. You know how Russia and Putin, everyone was talking about their, oh my goodness, their robots that they have now and the tanks that go 100 miles an hour and stuff. Yeah, come on. They're not using it. Putin himself, I heard come out of his mouth say, there will be no longer any ground wars. The ground wars of soldiers and tanks entering on territory is a thing of the past. We're into space wars and wars with frequencies and satellites. When he said that, made sense. Then the war hit, and he started sending Soviet era type jets and tanks and even food. Those that got food over with the soldiers. So you're like, what they say there, how they're so advanced. Remember the U.S. self-defense? Oh, U.S. the leading country. Ooh, careful. You can't even slingshot a rock up into the air. A jet will throw it down. Come on. 9/11 happens, and these jets that are in the air that are asked to be scrambled towards New York to look for some type of Boeing plane that's going to be headed towards the building. And then they go, is this for real? Is this real time or what do I do? What's happening? Everyone's scrambling. online and talking. And yeah, that's where you see that they create an image to control us, but they also create an image so for other countries to make them look like they're really up there and powerful. And now the media is all implicated in that, and they're valorizing, Biden and this. As a matter of fact, I don't know who's paying the View and Joy Behart or whatever the hell her name is, that crazy woman talking, against continually Trump, of course. I'm not saying people can't be against Trump there. None of my business. I'm Canadian, but it's the way they're all on the left. They're all woke. They're saying lies right through their teeth. You know, people on the View. I remember a long time ago, a lot of people used to respect those people because they were talking for the people. When the government did something, they'd speak up about it. But now it's all the opposite. It's all the complete opposite. It's a big show, right? Thanks, Margaret. Right on. Joel, Friday night, whiskey and a cigar, bruh, and a tinker with the light box. Always a tinker with the light box. Always inspiration. When I have a little shot of whiskey, I get inspired and I write a song. But this is the week of no alcohol for me. And it's always an excuse when one of my friends say, Bruce, have yourself a whiskey tonight. I say, well, I'm not going to not have one now because you mentioned it. No, I've been good. I've been touching all week, actually. Even though I only have I'm alone. So weekend comes around. If I have a glass of wine or something with a meal, maybe a glass of wine after that. And that's about it. But checking my weight, walking around, there's certain limits. I get to a certain limit. The belt gets to a certain hole where I go, okay, no. Backtrack. I have to pull the holes back in. Tick. I've been doing that all my life, going up and down in size. Usually pretty good to maintain it, but then you get to 48 years old, it's a bit harder. A couple nights ago, I dreamed about I've been all week, and I rarely dream. I'm having a lot of dreams this week about an interview about saving my life. I was livid. I explained to the interviewer that look forward to it. In a way, talking to an interviewer, but in reality, you're like literally talking to your guide or even your inner self. Because I do believe in guides, I believe in spirits and ghosts and all and everything, okay? Aliens, the whole kit and caboodle. But I do believe that we have a really strong inner conscience that before the guide comes by, that inner conscience tends to kick in, right? Connected to the cortex, the pineal gland, the light intake. It depends all on the intake of light. The only way there's light coming into your head is not through your ears, maybe a bit of light, but it's through the eyes. So that means no matter what's bothering somebody, it always usually has to do with something you've seen and not necessarily something you've heard. Doesn't that sound crazy? I wouldn't put it in a book there, but as a theory. Good evening, Bruce and all from a bright and sunny Apple West Highland, Scotland. What? Finally, poor guy. Every time he comes here, welcome from a wet West Island, and now finally some sun. It was sunny at the beginning of the stream, and now it's getting dark again. But they're announcing, excuse me, they're announcing rain actually all week. Evelyn, how's it going, Evelyn? Bruce, I meant it rained all weekend here, but it isn't raining at the moment. Right on. I know a part of New Zealand, you guys got hit with I guess, was it hurricane, a cyclone, or something like that, or a tsunami like wave? In one section, I could be wrong, but they said that there were 1,000 people that were missing, and then there was only one death, and then it's like, holy crap. A lot of things going on around the world. Scientists are together right now trying to prevent Yellowstone from exploding. Howdy, folks. Matt from the street here. Yes, thank you very much. So when I say Matt Street, I'm okay then. I was okay with that. Right on, brother. I think it's time to rev against the NWO and World Economic Forum Forden. World Economic Forden. What's wrong with me? World Economic Forum Federation. And Trudeau must go now. Yes, please, Justin Trudeau, retire from Canada. The crap that this guy is doing, and we are so far away from our elections, Pat. It's like at the end of the road, like 27 or something. Oh my gosh. That's not good. That is definitely not good. No, he's really got to go. I'm surprised he's still around, actually, because I think it's only because he has many bodyguards, because he wouldn't be here. I dreamt of giving my energy away to an important person. Was weird dream. Oh, I love those. That's interesting. Well, I'd love to pretend that I remember yesterday's dream and talk about it. There was an interaction with a lot of people in my community, and you know what? I don't remember any of the dream. All I remember, those dreams where you don't remember it, but you wake up and you go, "Wow, that was a long dream." They say that dreams don't last very long, right? So if you have a 15, 20, 30-second dream, well, if you have a 2-minute dream, that could appear very, very long. But I'm telling you, there was a lot going on. I was talking to my community, sort of live streaming, but some major event happened. It's literally like now, real major events happening. But you said it, Welshhammer, honk, honk. Remember that? Honk, honk. And then they started going online telling people, oh, be careful. People that are saying honk, honk are racists. And then, like me, a lot of people went online. Yeah. Capital HONK times 3. There you go, mothers. No. There's nothing racist to do with that. That's the revolution. It's inevitable. It happens all the time over certain periods of years, right? Certain periods during history, things happen, and it's a repetitive cycle. And the elites are afraid that they're losing power on us, and maybe a lot of you are not seeing it, but for real, we're getting ahead. For real, and we could say it really is the first time that we're actually really getting ahead. Yeah, they really are sometimes, Daz. I had an overwhelming one when I was in grade 1 of my brother, with his chest opened up and 3 candles inside of his chest, and they had opened his spine outwards, so his rib cage were like standing up outwards, right? Like they're preparing meat there, and inside there were 3 candles inside. And then, well, I laughed because when he started um, getting older and stuff, it's that dream, and I'm 48 now, and I was only 5 or 6 then, maybe 6 or 7, and I still remember it very vividly. But it was a message, it was a meaning of something. Not really from the street, but the Street family. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Matt Street. The streets are here. What do you mean the streets are here? I don't have my maps. Thanks, Matt. And family. Dwayne Beauchamp. Comment ça va? How's it going, brother? Thanks, man. Yeah, Pat. German Montes. What's up with Ohio? Extremely, 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 extremely incredible, devastating, horrific news when you think of it. Okay, the chemical tragedy happened, and then the mayor wasn't there. It took ages. He's just getting out there now, and at 8 degrees, this one of 5 cars that they supposedly burnt in a controlled burn. Information started coming out on the news that it wasn't a controlled burn. You have people working there that said it wasn't a controlled burn, because also some incredible information. You see, those tankers that hold those the chemical inside. I'm careful with talking about it's hydrochloric acid, but we're without talking about the ingredients. A week or days before it all happened, hydrochloric acid meaning on Google was changed. It changed the information of the meaning. And that's odd, right? That's very, very odd. But one of these 5 that were supposedly on a controlled burn, they didn't have to burn them. They could have just put out the fires, and then they would have had to decontaminate the area. It would have taken many days, and it would have cost many, probably billions of dollars, but they would have been able to contain it, the area, right? And as expensive as it would have been. On those containers, you have pressure valves, and the pressure valves are there to release pressure from inside when something happens, whether they get heated or not. Don't forget, the product that was in it actually heats up at 8 degrees Celsius, but there was no leak. It was just turned over, right? The train had started burning before even arriving there. So only a couple of days ago, with all this information, right? Oh, and this is in East Palestine. So a couple of days ago, a plane, sorry, with 5 environmentalist workers that were, yes, headed to Ohio to verify the chemical leak, crashed in Arkansas, and everyone in the plane died. This is a plane that was related to the chemical event that happened, whether they were going to be working for that or if they were going to see that. So that's information that just came in, and there's lots of articles and stories that people are changing the information that has actually been, coming out of there. So these pressurized containers are made to release pressure with the valves so that pressure doesn't mount inside of the containers. Obviously, they're built that way. They're built in consideration to transport chemicals across Canada and the States. So that's the recent information that came out, and that's pretty big information. Just the fact of the plane, it's a small plane with 5 environmental workers, obviously scientists, agents, whatever, on the plane, and they all passed away. They're not talking about what happened with the plane crash, but a lot of people are saying it's pretty suspicious. Definitely. Gate Smasher, how's it going, brother? Thank you for that on the like button, and we're 96 watching. Maybe we'll get up to 200. 200 watching would be quite a bit, but we don't usually get there. Good afternoon to you too, Gate Smasher, and hit the button, guys. Love you for it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for everything, Gate Smasher. Over the years, my friends, now it's been a while, you guys have been hanging around, and I really appreciate that. Each and every one of you. They only want their truth on social media so they can control you. 100%. See, CNN is live streaming and started live streaming a couple of hours ago and said another earthquake hit Turkey. And they're live streaming like minutes ago, and now everyone's going there and they're getting views and people are watching. And what they do you notice what they did? There's no more news anywhere anymore, right? You have to go to whistleblower website or channel or whatever. They're showing little strips. They go live war in Ukraine or live storm in the States, and they show a car hit the ditch. Then they show someone shoveling out a car, and then you go to another video that says Minnesota got snow, North Dakota got snow. You go there and it says live. You click on it. Well, lo and behold, you'll see that same bloody car stuck in the snow that was stuck over there, that they're just reposting images. So CNN literally started streaming a couple of hours ago now, and wrote in a title, another earthquake hits Turkey, and starts off with the sirens and people screaming and stuff like that. That is so uncool. When you look in the description, lo and behold, they were good enough to at least write it in the description. You scroll down and they say it was Monday's earthquake. We are Friday. So that's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's 4 days ago, right? But it's all clickbait. It is a history mystery. They changed the history on us. Thanks for being here, Dwayne. Joe 177. When people telling the truth, they shadow ban you, or making it almost impossible. Even with new channels, it's crazy how the truth gets censored. It really is, Joe. And that's how they keep us here, like again, 96 watching. They keep us limited here. My comments, I know a lot of you are not going to believe me. Every video I make here will get maximum 60, 70 comments. So I don't believe that because I know there's a lot of interest but there's not Test. Test, test, test. And I think I'm back. Yeah, so like I said, they don't really want us talking about certain things. So that's why they're cutting off the volume. Thanks, YouTube. Trish, great to catch you live. Thank you so much, you guys. Ken Ash, how's it going, brother? Sunny in Western Colorado right now. Snow later. Love your shows. Hey, thanks a lot, Ken. So if you're getting snow later, that means tomorrow I'll be getting more snow because everything that Colorado gets comes down here about 24 hours after. Thanks for letting me know. Ken Ash, thanks for listening to the show, man. I love you for it. Pat, you rock, man. Yes, sir. Subsequently, I've changed my vote to launch them all. Yeah, I hear you. Sometimes I think it too, if you're talking about the bombs or whatever, yeah. Get a Dyson. Dyson are good vacuums. I should get a Dyson Sphere. Yann Lucas, dans la maison. Je te remercie vraiment bien gros, mon frère. Yes, Werner von Braun said that they got tech from aliens. Since then, it's deep state and black ops. Yep, we're trying to replicate alien transportation and some alien technology. It so long me definitely was stolen by um an alien civilization. Maybe it's something they found here recently. Maybe it's something that was released as information, or they actually found something on another planet and they brought it back and they back engineer everything. As a matter of fact, the government's trying to back engineer you and your brain. And they already know how now to change and manipulate brain waves and whatnot. Literally able to replicate a cortex now. So, what's to come? We're meant to be seeing a wobble when looking at the sun. Can notice it in the sky as well, just that we never noticed it before last year. Thank you. Love from New Z. Yeah, well, there's a wobble for sure. As a matter of fact, the climate on Earth, the magnetosphere, and all the weather is affected depending on how we are going around in orbit around the sun. If we're wobbling and where we are on the wobble when we go by it, there's gonna be a difference. That's scientists are just starting to talk about that. And of course, well, it's you have to know what's real and what's not. That's how they protect themselves. There's a whole bunch of information out there, and you have to choose which is real, which is true, which is not. Gwen, evening, South Africa. Thank you very much, mods and everyone here. Thank you very much. Where are the lady mods? Yes, I know it. I'm missing them. My lady mods are being kidnapped or they're disappearing. Yeah, you name them. Leah, Lisa B. There's Darla Christie. There's Lisa Eckerly. There's a whole bunch of people are being abducted. Beth Noyce. Lots of that I can name. Yeah, you said it, Dwayne. JT Castro's China. I don't like getting that, man. Honestly, I don't know if it's the same feeling, but I have gotten that I'm not kidding. Like last week, and do you have that little feeling of dread or sadness? That's exactly what happened to me. It lasted a whole afternoon, and I kept saying to myself, "There's no reason for me to be down." Nothing was good. Not even, you know, my meal wasn't good. My coffee wasn't good. There was something wrong. Something in the air. Often we say when we don't know what's going on around us. Is it all just really us? Feeling down, or is it depending on where the moon is? Because kids, full moons and stuff like that. Not only kids, we act differently. FEMA can confiscate anybody's supply in time of crisis. Yep, and redistribute it. Absolutely. So hide your stash. Yeah, they can literally go door to door and start saying, "Oh, this guy's got 10 bags of rice. You're not allowed having more than one bag." So they're going to take 9 bags from you and they're going to go store it underground in Colorado, or is it Colorado Springs, or am I saying the right place? Where the base is on Springs there, underground, ready for even nukes. Star Hunter, how's it going, brother? Nice to see you, man. Oh, you haven't been well, man? All right, thanks for letting me know. Sending you lots of healing energy, brother. Whole bunch of people are feeling under the weather these days. I still have a big problem with the sciatic nerve. The whole bottom of my body goes numb, paralyzes, but aside from that, I've been doing good. That's how I laugh at things. I don't go to hospitals. When I go there, I'm going to stay. I won't be leaving it. 40-gallon, 5-gallon drums and case filled with, well, that's exactly it, Pat, bro. And it'll save your life. Upstairs, I have a big camping plastic jug where we can put a whole bunch of gallons of water in that. If something happens, boom, we'll start filling that up right away. So, with what happened in Ohio, those colors and rings of colors that were starting to appear in the rivers and lakes, here in Canada, some people have seen the melting snow where the water is, those other spots, the same colors from the crap that happened in Ohio. So, this is an ongoing story. They're going to be honk honk, Canada, damn right. Hey, the truckers are supposed to be back on the 17th out protesting. I don't know what the hell happened with that. Didn't see anything come out from that. It was really weird. Scott, Marion, thanks, man. We just did 3 days with no power. Oh my gosh, in Macomb, Michigan, it was the worst. That's too long. And snowstorms on top of it, guaranteed. Yeah, all of the states have been seeing. Actually, you guys in the States, if I'm not mistaken, got more snow than us this year in Canada. Like, seriously, some serious snowfalls you guys have been having. Some of you stuck on the highways again. That we're used to it here, eh? The squalling snow, it happens really, really fast. It creates a blindness. It takes away your vision and view. So me on the highway, when that happens, I stop in my tracks and say to yourself, you're stopped right in the middle of the highway, nobody sees you. But some people, when they go, I can't see anything, I can't see anything, I can't see anything, they keep driving while they can't see anything, and they hit into the cars, and it causes major pileups in the wintertime. We see that a lot here. Yeah, Scott. Falcon Crest, Blast from the Past for sure. Remember, my mother used to watch it, and it was around my bedtime. So, for me to want to stay up a bit longer past my bedtime, you know, which I was never really able to because she wouldn't want me to. I always tried to get up. Oh, oh, mom, is that Falcon Crest? Oh, I like Falcon Crest. Oh, is it Knots Landing? Oh, can I watch some of that with you? I like Knots Landing, but it's stuck in my head the past. Dallas and J.R. Ewan and Bobby. Hey, at last, got this laptop to respond. Greetings, Mix Mayhem. Not easy technology, eh? Damn, technology is hard on us. To you all, thank you very much. Hope all of you are well in good spirits, despite all the happenings in the world. That's well said. Star Hunter, thanks, man. Mix Mayhem. Sending you some energy, my friend. Hope you're feeling better. Kai, the same to you. Okay. Well, I have to admit, Kai, well, I just turned 48 and I started thinking about it when I was 46, not wanting to grow old. And as a matter of fact, uh, I said I'm 48. So I said, in 10 years, I'll be 58. So in reality, in my head, it was like I have 10 years to be a bad boy. Me at 60 years old, I, I'm going to be just as silly and young hearted as I am now. Hopefully. Yeah, you said it, lamestream media. Yeah, right on, Kai. Vicky, how's it going? Censored, you're feeling what they are not telling you. Yeah, that's another thing that has happened to me also, Vicky, that you feel sad because like something bad is going to happen to you, but it doesn't happen to you. And it turns out that it was something horrible that happened in the world, right? From Erie, Hoax, thank you very much. Margaret says, I think world politics, the corruption, etc., is wearing us thin. Definitely. Keep our noses clean, help each other, lend a hand, not a boot. Is glorious sun out? Get your energy boost while it's here. 5 minutes, Margaret. I got 5 minutes of the sun, but I did get some video of it. So if it's a really, really um, short video or I can't get up because there's nothing else to put with it, I'm going to put it up on the members and I'll get another video up on this side, or maybe I'll stick it in on this side with something else. It'll depend. Oh, it does, PJ. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Since I've been watching it and since I've been seeing that when the sun is extremely aggressive and when there's a coronal mass ejection of over X1, there's always an earthquake in the southern hemisphere. As a matter of fact, always close to the southern Pacific. And that's also, like we heard, a whole bunch of events happening in that area. I do really believe it's all of that, and it's causing total mayhem. So whatever HARP and CERN are doing extra that can implicate even more of a change on the climate and weather, they could absolutely be doing something also. PC temp dropping snow on way. Here too, supposed to be almost all week, the damn snow. No, I don't. Absolutely not, Matt Street. I'm happy it's coming out. People are waking up, by the way. Really happy about that. I'll alternate between news, politics, farming, growing channels, science, UFO. Yeah, we must see each other on the same channels, man. Yes, ancient history, many subjects to break up monotony. Yeah, monotony. You're absolutely right about that. Not to get too low. Yeah, I just every day hearing the you're going to die, you're going to eat bugs, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. I'm really into it, hearing it, and it hypes me up. And I'm saying, no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not, And they tell us, be gentle, be kind, peaceful protest. Yeah, well, peaceful protests, so long as we're allowed peaceful protesting. But when it doesn't do anything, peaceful protesting, well, then there's going to be a revolution, quite simply. Finally, here at Kelly's, thank you very much, Peter Benton. Hello, everyone. How are we all doing? Kelly said, hello, all. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Peter. Thanks, you guys. I hope you guys got a little bit of sun. Marie-Dan, bon après-midi. Good evening. Bonne fin de soirée. Écoute, c'est le soir pour vous tous. Moi, je suis en plein soleil. Hein, c'est rare, mais je m'en profite pour quelques minutes, ça a l'air. On va peut-être avoir 1 heure de soleil. Bruce, how are you doing? A basket of hugs. Well, thank you so much. Big basket? I'm doing very good, Mary. Thank you very much. I'm a bit overwhelmed with what's going on around the world, all the weather and the craziness and the controlling, but I'm telling you, people are really waking up. Lots of signs of positivity also happening. There's a private company that will be doing a launch very soon. Some private companies, space companies, they're going to start working, which is just obviously a pseudo name for the CIA, obviously, or FBI, or whoever is going to really be up there. Me and the kid, says Joel, are making a little electron magnetic anti-gravity experiment. I love that. Using household everyday crap. Anyone could make this and it works. That, Joel, you got to make a video of that. That'd be amazing. You make a video where you're showing your kids how to, not create hydrogen bombs, but I mean, like real science stuff. I didn't, I had nobody showing me that when I was young. Imagine the possibilities. See, imagine getting interested in science when you're like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, 12 years old. Then you're going to be in for a hell of a ride. But the more you wake up, the more you're smart and knowledgeable in science, the less people are going to agree with you and the less people are going to understand you. That's where I'm at. studying the sun. I'm no genius, but when you have to do some study in heliophysics, and it's like, who am I to sit down and explain what space bubbles are and what heliophysics is and what interstellar space is, or even where it is and what the temperatures are there, when scientists themselves are only themselves now just starting to understand what's out there, right? Elon Musk, NASA with Artemis 1, they're testing out astronaut spacesuits. Why? Because they don't have spacesuits. Even though they don't really need spacesuits to go to the moon, I don't think. All they would need is just, a pair of shorts, and without exaggerating it, maybe a good pair of jeans and the oxygen pack. When I saw them supposedly get off the first time on the moon with a little hose of oxygen and seeing them fall on rocks and walk around deep craters, nope. That's not a real film. Mark says, did you guys see that photo the other day on MSN? It looked like thousands of stars in a galaxy, but it was all black hole. Yes, I did. Yeah, Mark. You're right about that. He goes, I thought black holes were rare. I guess they're rarely seen, but not so rare at all. As a matter of fact, our universe is made up mainly of dark energy, of like emptiness or whatever, or nothingness, right? But boy, have they ever been concentrated on those black holes. They're doing time travel research. We're that advanced, guys. I'm telling you. I think we are the advanced alien race. We're the ones going around abducting people and other little civilizations on their planets, which they've maybe not mastered the airplane or traveling in the air yet, or sending rockets to space. How much advantage do you think the elites would take advantage of a civilization that's stuck on their planet? That is scary stuff. Same thing for us. If we're not able to leave our planet and to go into space, leaves us very vulnerable for any other intelligent race. But like Michio Kaku, even though I don't listen to everything he says, those scientists, they say intelligent beings are not uncivilized. They're not going to come here and rage, and if they're smart, they're going to do what they need to do there, right? Hey, Joe, love you, man. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that. Coming dinghies. Yeah. I don't know, but if those UFOs we've seen this week, if those are the aliens coming from other planets, I want to know how the hell are they able to get here without, with just balloons? But the other objects were not balloons. As a matter of fact, they didn't talk to us about the other objects. Water, yep, is conductor for energy. Is it possible to have one without the other? I heard there was. I heard apparently there is. I don't know how, but I heard there is. You're onto something. Lots of things that they don't know, or they know and they're not telling us in science. That's for sure. Jody Williams, thank you very much. I appreciate that. God bless you too. Margaret says, I don't know. Yeah, obviously they say they need the water, but I've heard there's another way of, like, what they can do is physically make an element be conductive by manipulating it with chemicals. That's how the disgusting point that we are at, I think. Chicken Chat, hi, thank you. Hans is in the house. Denmark, thanks, Denmark. Thanks, you guys. Bacon, hit the like and like bacon. Atlantis is found. What's up, man? Thanks for being here. Kai says, I feel like a good cry would help, but I shut down the ability after Dad passed. I'm sorry about that, man. That is something. It's funny you say that. It started with the attacks from the neighbor. Got me really upset, man. Like manic, almost manic depressive, really bad. And then I confronted it, And in the end, it's scary how the brain is strong, because I was literally looking for him outside. I was just waiting for him to come by because I mind myself. But that's not good, eh? The stress. And the ideal is to fear us with a whole bunch of shit. And you, Kai, like me, know exactly that something's up. It could be the date also. Maybe you're feeling like somebody else said, where the 24th there shit's going on right now. And it's funny, people are talking about, oh, we're in danger for World War III. I thought we were already in it. I think maybe more or less that it's over now, because that war has been over for a while. They're just Zelensky, I think the last I heard is he went to the moon and asked the little green people for some little jets or something. He's bumming money from everyone. This guy is literally like a guy in the street that's bumming money for meals. He's going country to country asking for money. And now some people are turning around saying, well, you don't need jets anymore, and you don't need this, you don't need that. All those countries that are doing so. The countries that are supporting that war are putting your people in danger. You're sticking your nose in something that doesn't involve you or the people of your country. And the people in those countries are going to hate the West even more. That's the only reason why there's racism, because of the governments like that. Anyone want some coffee? Be right back. It's all fear tactics. Klaus Schwab said, unless all the leaders of all the countries join and help for the agenda, we're going to lose the power over the people. I loved hearing that. He recently said that a couple of days ago, and that's basically what's happening. Joel says, I think I might buy a harp. I have a harp here. I have a harpsichord here. Seems to be becoming a popular thing to play guitar and lots of other stuff, but not the harp. I should get that out next time. I have a harpsichord here. It's not exactly the same. Harpsichord, it's notes that you play and press while you're strumming. You do the chords by clicking on certain notes over top. It's awesome. It's actually Asian. I think Japanese or something like that's a harpsichord. It's not like a harp, but honestly, I've only had the chance to sit. I don't even know where the hell I saw that. I saw a real harp. It was an old harp. I got to sit down for 2 minutes to try it, and chills. It's something that I would really get into. It's amazing. I mean, the sound of the harp is incredible. Don't forget the thumbs up. Norma C. Thank you, Norma C. Dwayne, you're right about that. The NORAD failures. Absolutely. NORAD, place in Alaska, if I'm not mistaken, eh? These guys scrambling jets and looking up, and they're all corrupt. They're all so corrupt. I can't wait till they all get caught. Honestly. All right, Negative Valkyrie, thank you very much. Hello to you. Marcelo, Javier, thank you very much. Hello, Bruce. Do you know anything about the space arcs that are supposedly located in the Ukraine and Russia? No, I heard about space arcs, but I had no idea it was in Russia or Ukraine, and that this is the reason for the new war. Oh, yeah, I heard there could be something. What did Scott say? Had a dream last night. I was pooping. Weirdest dream. Scott. When you're dreaming that, you could be actually crapping yourself at that very moment. Like dreaming you're in a bath or something like that, and or taking a leak, and all of a sudden you just start taking a leak. Magnitude Matrix. Oh, these were all blocked. They're just popping up now. I don't know, Margaret. That's another thing. People say dogs dream in black and white. They say even we dream in black and white. No, actually, they say they see in black and white, dogs, but that we dream in black and white. I remembering seeing color in my dreams, like yellow and gold coins. I remember that one. Gold coins were falling from the sky. Oh gosh, that was a long time ago. But I remember seeing the golden color. Magnitude Matrix, Tesla said a voice was guiding him in his inventions and through his life. Magnitude Matrix, I have that voice that's guiding me. Is obviously not, the voice is not as intelligent as Tesla's because I'm not doing as much, but literally I feel I'm guided for everything, for the way I'm searching for things, the findings. A lot of people feel that way, but I feel that way 100%. But that's very true. That Tesla said that. I know all about Nikola Tesla. Definitely one of my mentors. That was a good one, Marcelo. I did not know about that. CPAM. Never got a notification, but here I am. Thank you very much. I appreciate that for your tardiness, for being here. Big Daddy C's in the house. Shirley Keela. Thanks, Big Daddy C. Shirley Keela, thank you very much. Yeah, I know. I hear you, man. Unfortunately. Susan, Ravella, you guys have an awesome weekend. Hi, Bruce and everyone. Happy Friday. Carol White, hello. It's Friday. You're darn right about that. Freedom, freedom. What is that word, freedom? Saludos, señor Bruce. Muchas gracias por venir a mi canal de investigación. Bienvenido. Bienvenidos a todos. State of Trance, thank you very much. Honk, honk, honk. Times 3, yes. All these bad people run the world because everyone else goes along with what they say. And that's exactly it. Arrest that guy, and many people who ought to be arrested aren't. It's exactly it. You wonder yourselves, thanks again, Carol White, for being here. Why aren't the people inside the government doing something? And they don't. They continue to persist, let things go array. His Highness is here. Thanks, man. In the house, party time. Considering some of the U.S. feels about Trump, I would gladly take him as a prime minister over Trudeau. Chris, I'm there with you, man. Absolutely. You know, a good American said it the other day. It's not that he'd vote for Biden or that he'd even vote for Trump, but he says Biden, shot himself 50 times, and he goes Trump only once or twice. So you get the ideal of the people. They want to go for the safest outcome when it comes to certain things. If I'm not mistaken, and if I've done my homework really well, people are disappointed with Trump for a couple of things. The fact that he remained either naive or about the pandemic and the vax and all that. A lot of people were like, well, why isn't he speaking up about that? So, like I say, they say in the Bible, you're completely cold or you're completely warm, but you can't be lukewarm. If you're lukewarm between the two. But in general, he stood up to a lot of the corruption that was there. And, he had more of a mentality of being a president anyways than what Biden's doing. This is Biden just falling upstairs. And I came to the solution that possibly the reason why Biden is falling upstairs, it's because the polar shift has happened. Before before the earth flipped, Biden was falling downstairs, and now he's falling upstairs. So I say prepare yourselves. Rivers, lakes, and waterfalls are going to start going upstream. Everything's just going to, the climate's going to turn around drastically. What a joke, eh? Absolutely incredible. Celine, a bit under the weather today. Hey, hang in there, Real Stats. There's Beth playing World of Warcraft and listening to you. Why? I sort of I never played it. I had fallen in love seeing the game. I said I wanted to try that. I'd be a really good video game player. I'd have a lot of fun doing so too. Haven't done it in ages though. Me, it was flying the planes. I like flight simulators, the real ones, and I know how to completely fly a plane, Boeing planes, 747s, and everything. Literally, I know all the talk, the communication, and stuff. Just never tried it. They're dangerous, those simulators, eh? Hey, Marcos, Bigo, thank you very much. Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires, thank you very much. Muchas gracias, Marcos. And actually, Trump holds every seat of power on planet Zero. Yeah. Oh, yes. I'm back. Adios. Comment ça va, mon frère? Thanks, Mix Ma'am. They wanted to cut me off. Maria. How's the time mark here? 143. I'm going to try to scoot through here. As always, Beth Noyce, I hope you're doing well. You and family are doing well. Thanks for coming in. My friend Jason Beresney, I hope you're doing well, bro. I hope everyone's okay on your end. A lot here say they're feeling down. Let's designate a time to boost each other. Absolutely. The time is now. Now. Especially when we get off of here. I feel it too. I feel that shitty energy, like, right? Absolutely 100% feel it. Right on. Love from Canada, brother. Good vibes, you guys. You can hit that subscribe button and join us Fridays 1 and 8 coming up very, very soon. 9 a.m. Mondays, 8 or 9 a.m. Mondays. Love you for it. Yeah. Because if Bruce is tired at 8 a.m., he's only going to come on around 9. So, yeah. And it's a new day that we started streaming. We always stream on Fridays, started streaming Wednesdays at 5 p.m. And Wednesdays, yeah, all live right here at the channel. I love you for it, Julie. Thank you so much. Ken, that wasn't by accident. Trump is the leader of the soon free world. Yes. When you get from the when it began to the end, then you can make the plans necessary, as he has been doing since his uncle. Yeah. And it's what they tell him. He goes, I remember a while back, we know they were all over the guy. It was getting boring to hear the news because they were just putting someone down. You know, actually, the news media made people love Trump because they were just so lying about him and bullshitting him about him. The guy doesn't do anything. The guy walks up arrogant and like that. He's not even arrogant. It's just smile. He's just straight up. He just says what's in his mind, which is absolutely hilarious. But the free world is coming. And yeah, Trump is going to be the leader of it. He's going to do a lot of good. He's actually still working now a lot. I mean, they still consider him the president. They still call him the president. He went to Ohio to talk to the people, to encourage them, to get them, for something to be done. And Biden, what was he doing at that point? He was in Ukraine bringing $500 million check, or just, giving him a bum-free card. Oh, yes, thank you for the $500 million. But what I really need right now is actually your jets, my friend. We need more jets in the sky. Jesus Christ. When you go like that, it's because it's pretty bad. Only abducted one time. I'm good now. Love y'all. That's all you need. All you need is one time to get abducted, to be taken away, to be told of what's to come. Is it because they prepare us for other lives, or they prepare us for what's happening in our lifetime coming? I don't know, but there's definitely some changes. We've seen everything happen that movie said was going to happen, except for the coming of Christ as of now. And I wouldn't put it past them. Yep. Yeah, that's what happens. Tesla, when he died, and even before he died, everyone ripped everything from that guy. He was in competition with Edison. Edison stepped over his head with the elites. Definitely what happened. Took over his patents, took over the ideals. And then when he passed on and died in his New York one-room apartment with only a penny, it's probably part of the story. What if the guy had 10 cents or something in his pocket and this thing he had a penny? He was taken away his right and power. They still went to him, the worst of it, because they still actually friggin' needed Tesla because he was a genius, right? But again, Tesla himself also took some papers of some people that were his mentor and that inspired him, some older researchers from the 17th and 18th century, you know. Dry lips. Thirsty. Trevor Williams, thanks, man. I still don't understand how people down in the States were duped into accepting secrets, especially after the war. Duped, I tell you. Literally duped. And it's almost hard to believe because is it not, it's not because of the trust that they have in the government. It's that they're so preoccupied with everything going on, from shoveling their driveway for those of you that are in the snow anyways, and going to soccer practices and swimming lessons and hockey lessons with the kids and whatnot. Let's not leave out our daughters, ballerina lessons, whatever lessons little girls want to take. It's a scam, right? Scott says it's the smoke from the train that's making us crazy. Yeah, that is another thing. People are losing their bloody minds. Is it because of what's in the air? I have no idea, but there's something something not right. There's something not right. Now there's this new girl on the news. I don't know what her name is, but she's there to indict Trump, and oh my God, she's going to town. She reminds me of a second Greta Thunberg. Well, Greta Thunberg got caught with her Tesla mobile and about 150 bottles of plastic and garbage paper wrapping in the back seat of her car. How dare her? How dare she? Oh God, what an image. It's such an image. Did you ever wonder why Greta Thunberg, a minor, went up on stage and started explaining to people why we have to come together? What the hell is I think somebody says, is aliens taking over? I said they're not too bright. Whoever's taking over is not too bright. They don't have a very smart way of wanting us um to go their way, but they don't want to be nice to us. That's the thing. They don't want to be nice to us. Hey, thanks, His Highness. It's going to get so many sick. Oh yeah, listen, my sisters live close to it. They're in Pennsylvania. Yeah, and it's beyond dangerous. Okay, during the Vietnam War, there was Operation Orange, and Operation Orange was chemical attack on the people, and the outcome of what's happening right now in the States is being compared to Operation Orange. Right now, it's really serious. It's something really, really serious, and the product is very, very serious because that um, hydrochloric acid mixing into the atmosphere becomes something else and becomes something else, and it's not done. It's still making headlines. They're definitely talking about that in the news for sure. Ryugu, what do you think of that one? The Ryugu asteroid. They sent a spacecraft to land on it a little while ago to gather some samples. I'm not talking about Bennu. They're still talking about the DART project now, talking about the Hera spacecraft, I guess, or camera that's ready to go because they're going to be heading towards Dimorphos or Dipophis or Dimorphos would be the asteroid that they mentioned, the DART project that were supposed to divert an asteroid. They did. They diverted the satellite from that was orbiting around the asteroid, one of the one of two asteroids. There's two of them, a satellite going around an asteroid. So what did they find on Ryugu asteroid in the samples? Very happy to say they found organic material. It's organic rich in the samples. Hydrogen, oxygen, everything that consists of all life. And they're starting to say, well, maybe that's how life is formed when these asteroids collide with planets, right? So Ryugu, they found organic material on it. And if they're finding organic material on Ryugu, who's your lady traveling between Earth and the sun or whatever. What about the moon? How much vegetation or organic rich material is there on the moon? I can't wait for them to reveal it. I tend to think they will. I think they're waiting for Buzz Aldrin. He just got married. Can you believe that? It's right. They're waiting for him, I believe, to pass away for them to talk about the moon. If they were to unveil what happened on the moon right now, he would get too much media coverage, and I don't think NASA would want that. So what's going to happen is when everybody that was on the space missions and Apollo missions die, they're not going to be able to get any information from anyone, and they're just going to tell us, "Oh, well, it turns out they lied to us, but hey, it's not us, guys. Those were the old people here working at NASA. They passed on now. It's a very horrible story. Nobody knew about it, but we're telling you now because we want to be honest. We want to be transparent with the public, as the government's trying to do ever so much now. It's going to be a simple little thing like that. The young people aren't going to be too impressed. Young people are going to be, okay, what's up there? Buildings? Well, I say, sir, most likely there's buildings up there, Now the tables are turned. I laugh if somebody says, "Hey Bruce, you think there's something up there?" I start to laugh and I'm like, "What, you actually think there's not something up there?" It's like it's the other way around. Yes, they can work both ways. Colorado Springs, is that the area, eh? They got the big highways, and that's where they're keeping all the toilet paper on pallets and the water and the bread the last 30 years on pallets. They're going to use that to control us. It's not they're going to keep it for themselves. It's that they're going to start giving certain things to certain people, and we're going to have to do certain things for them. Like a dolphin balancing a ball on your nose and stuff like that. That's how bad they're getting. Oh yes. Yeah, Gary Lapointe. How's it going, man? Cleaning up from the last snowstorm. As a matter of fact, I did half of the shoveling today, and I have some more shoveling to do as soon as I get off of this. I have another video to put up for you guys too, and we got another stream tonight. I am dying to be able to see the moon. Hopefully, the stars one night. I mean, like one night, but we're getting close, guys. We're going to be going into March, so it's only a matter of time till this summer. All the UFOs are coming back. All the good stuff is going to happen. We're soon to be going. I can't wait till 2024, 2025. It's going to be exciting. Julie says she got a bug. Won't test. That's stupid. No, absolutely. But it's bronchial, nasal mucus. If you're like me, I with bronchitis, it's harder on us. Headache, blow nose, yeah. Asthma and COPD. My air seems all nil, so get tired quickly. Hate doctors and no new doctor here yet. Now I hear you. I hear you on that. If you're like me, the only reason why you go to the hospital, it's a last resort, because there's something that you can't do at home that you have to go get checked, right? But do get your healing going and take time to heal and relax and don't overwork. A lot of people are getting sick there. I call it psychotic nerve. Yeah, that's a good one. Mr. Peter Benton, thank you. Oh, and I just disappeared to the bottom now. Okay, I have to go down because I want to answer some people here. Thanks for the contributions, everyone. Josh, what's up, man? Hey, guys, you can definitely check out I Am Kai's channel. Since he's feeling down, why don't you go give him a comment? Get him up. He's like, no, Bruce, don't get people to come bug me. He's a hell of a funny guy. He's the funniest comedian I've ever freaking met. So, hey, Kaya, maybe a dirty joke will get you back up, feeling better. Go ahead, man. I permit you to leave a hell of a doozy. It's cold as hell here too, Josh. Thanks, Josh, for always coming by, man. Commenting and watching the videos. I appreciate it, buddy. So you got some cold air up in Oklahoma. Here too, about minus 21, minus 22 here. Very cold. They're announcing that for tomorrow again. The weather is upside down. Leah's channel. Leah rocks. 8947 was my prisoner number. That was my bus run number. Christy Williamson, California in the house. Christy, are you in the area where some people got some snow? I heard some highways and stuff were closed down there. Tree hookers, they will try to control us very soon. Martial law. You're absolutely right about that. Will be coming soon. I feel it. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, we're already under martial law here, if I'm not mistaken. Canada, in certain areas, they've used it a couple of times. Look at Trudeau enforcing the Emergency Act, which they actually found it to be justifiable after that. What a bunch of corrupt asses that are here in the House of Commons, or like House of Idiots. Exactly. You guys, if you don't know my brother, that's his channel, Jason John Swartz. You can click on his link and head over to his channel and give him some love to see if you like some of his subjects. He can be silly ass just like me sometimes. Thanks, Josh. Hey, McMahon, thank you very much, brother. That's awesome. Yes, Darla, it's been a while there. A couple of people are sick too. Anybody that got info at what the ash that fell in West Virginia and Maryland is? Are you serious? Is something else happening, Maria? I'm not familiar with it. This is a joke, eh? Remember how they said Americans are savages with their guns and stuff? They're gonna be revolution all the time, no matter what happens. They bring out their gun. You see everything that happened in the States, how peaceful all you Americans were, even after what happened at the Capitol and everything. They talk about it and compare it to 9/11. Disgusting Biden administration that dares compare that to 9/11. What a bunch of asses. Spamming with our links has, I think I might listen from the shower. Anyone want any link? Nope, just listen up. Screw the links. The only links we share here are channels from here. Nobody comes to the channel. That's why I wish more people were coming to the channel. New people have to come to this channel at one point. Well, we're close to 97,000, probably about 150 away. Not true. Maybe 250 away from 97,000, which is an awesome milestone. You'll see it'll be years before we get to the 100,000 mark. It takes ages. But Leah tries to encourage me once in a while. She goes, "Look, Bruce went up a bit. Look, we went up." Well, it's true. It's true. I got to stop seeing only negative. 181 days in solitary, then released suddenly for some reason. Because 180 days in solitary is like a lifetime sentence, maybe. 181 days in solitary. Surprised you don't eat people now. I mean, that is the biggest psychological stress for any inmate, no matter how tough you are inside when they put you in solitary confinement. Nobody makes it out of there, especially not in 181 days. Video of how close the planets were to the moon just didn't seem normal. I did not, but we will. And all of you can also check out Josh's video about how close the planets were to the moon. Just didn't seem normal. Yeah, well, that was Jupiter and Venus that were very close to the moon. So you would have seen them literally looking like they were going to touch each other for sure. I'm happy you were able to get that. I did not get a shot of it at all, actually. Yeah, man. I'm right. Central Valley, Springfield, Ohio. Peyton, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thanks so much, Julie. I got a small photography website if you guys want to get a base on your wall of the converted image of the base at the end of Sinus Iridum, and a couple of moon shots and nature shots that I put on Pictogram. Every video except for the streams in the descriptions have those links that you can check out. There's that, the Patreon fundraiser if you want to help on Patreon. There's this thanks button. When you watch a video, you get to Christmas time and say, hey, I'll send $1 to Bruce a year. If everyone did that, it would show. Toto needs to be flushed down the toilet, followed by a healthy dose of bleach. Yes, absolutely. Oh, you can bleach them all you want. You ain't going to clean that piece of... Sorry. I hate them with a passion. Yeah. This is a disaster, by the way. And it's like they're telling people, hey, your water's good, guys. Water's good. Well, don't drink that one because there's rainbow colors there. But look over there; it looks clean. Bunch of asses. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. We stream every Friday at 1 and 8 p.m. And we stream now on Mondays, also 5 p.m. And we stream on, no. Mondays in the morning, 8 or 9 a.m. Good thing Julie's there. Or Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Try to get in some more live streams so that people that don't make it to the streams because of the time changes around the world get a chance to stop on by. It's all a movie playing out, says Christy Williamson. You're absolutely right about that one. Hey, Keith Point. Yes, Ash Cloud Shelter in Place Advisory. This is crazy. You guys can check out the Real Stats channel. Julie's channel has an awesome channel. Lots of stuff that she shows. Of course, beautiful nature in Florida, sunsets, boats, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Check out her channel. I try to get there as often as I can. And of course, her better half, Gate Smasher Ura, you also have to check out. Keith Point, thanks for coming back, brother. Mi canal de investigación astronomía ovnis, dos canal de ovnis. Come and check it out. If you have a Spanish friend that doesn't speak English, that's interested in the channel, would just love to find out what the hell I'm saying. I made quite a few Spanish videos that explains a few of my cool captures here on the channel. So if you're new to the channel, I really appreciate it, and thank you all for stopping by. I always watch Jason John's material. It's good info. Thank you very much, Maria. Appreciate that. Taught me a lot of nutritions, yes. But my favorite is the video of the Turin, the shroud of Turin. Absolutely mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing. It absolutely is mind-blowing. Yeah, I used to be the professional in nutrition, but I quit doing that. No, I've never been a professional in nutrition. I'm just pulling your leg. To the steptocosis of Group A STERPs running through all schools. Whatever it is, we'll get through it. That's for sure. Bunch of bull crap that they're telling us out there. Nutritions, yes, I got it. Yes, right on, Maria. Bruce, the Venus, Jupiter, and Moon conjunction, it's still ongoing, closest March 1st. Yeah, absolutely. And tomorrow, the Moon is going to almost kiss, I think it's Jupiter. These are the stars that we're seeing around them right now. It's going to be very hard to see the surface if you have a telescope for sure, because the stars are close. It's always hard to see. But that would be an interesting video. Would have gotten some nice shots. -20, I won't be there, unfortunately. Would I get a blanket like you have behind you, Bruce? I love it. Post on my comments. I like it a lot. Moon stars. Well, then I'd have to ask my son, and I would be able to get you one and ship you one as a gift. Why would I not be able to do that? I'll have to ask my son where he got that. Considered, I guess, a flag. It's like silk, very, very large. It'd go good on someone that's tarot reading on a round table and a big crystal ball in the middle. You put that as a table and it'd be awesome. I promise to ask my son exactly where I ordered that, Julie. The link exactly. If my son can, I will not forget either. Remind me. I still listen. If it would be me, I'd have the revolution flag that you gave me be the first one flying there. People had a little racist issue with it, but that has to change. I don't let people manipulate me usually, but with what's going on in the States right now, I think a whole bunch of people are going to have revolution flags because that's what's coming. Thanks, Mix Ma'am. His Highness. Keep those comments coming, Mix. Absolutely. You want to send me some spaceship parts, some alien bones or something, or meteorites? You can send that right here. My P.O. Box 341 in Valleyfield, Quebec. Area code J6S. Nope. Let's try that again. Postal code J6S 4E6. And of course, you can always try to email me at Bruce Schwartz. It's like a Russian roulette machine. It's like a jackpot machine. Doot, doot, doot. You got to get the 3 bars together for me to be able to answer, and I'm sorry for that. It's not that I do it on purpose. Yeah, scary stuff, man. Avoided a meltdown for sure. They're enriching plutonium. Who do you think attacked there? It definitely has to do with Russia, I believe. By the way, sent a Tic Tac video crash one. Oh, you right on. I am Kai. I haven't gotten into the emails, man. That for me was my down. When you go in emails and it's always all you get is "fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fat ass, fat ass, fat ass, fat ass." So when I go there, it's like, oh fucking shit. Okay, this is so bloody childish. I disagree with events happening now and crap getting piled on. No more free speech or thought. It's getting pretty bad, eh, guys? That's the truth. Bit about Tic Tac supposedly down in Alaska. So I am Kai. Thanks, man. So that means what they down in Alaska. Let me get some more coffee. You guys thirsty? I bet you that's what they down in Alaska, man. And that's the video that they're not showing us. It's the Tic Tacs. I believe, guys, the lights that are here are the lights that are on the moon. They went to the moon, they went and disturbed them, and now they're going to come back here. But they come here when we use nuclear force. And maybe the lights are here before the use of nuclear force, right? Maybe those UFO reports that came out stalled the war. They probably would have done the war right after the Gulf War or whatever. Look at all the wars we go through. It's continual. Gaddafi and everything. Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein, Bin Laden, Gaddafi. Umar Gaddafi. That's how everything happened, eh? They all were getting killed, and we were being told that these guys are terrorists and stuff. Gaddafi, apparently, the reason why he was taken out is because he wanted to bring in a gold system, a barter system for the people, so that the people in this country could enrich themselves and they could have a gold and silver system. So, not saying the guy was a good guy there, but it's often, excuses. Gotta love those crickets. Crickets for sale. Screw the crickets, eat the bacon. Oliver Klein's here. Thanks, man. That was interesting. Down in UFO. Even has a small window on the side as a door. Not look. Oh, really? Oh, really? That doesn't look very alien, does it? A door. Probably some metal rivets. all around the center part. Oh, look at all those rivets. Isn't that odd? They use rivets. Isn't it funny that when they showed UFO craft images from the 1940s and 1950s, it was actually a craft that looked like the stupid cars, the big metal noses and everything on the cars? You see that it was the same thing. It had the same style. The old UFOs that they say that were alien back in the day had the same design and style as the old cars. And then after that, they changed it, then they modernized it. I'm not saying aliens don't exist, because they definitely do, but there's some that we have ourselves, our own. Look, the Nazis were working back, the Hitler were working on the Bell UFO that worked with red iodine or something like that, I think, or mercury, eh? It used to work with red mercury. So all these things that they're trying to hide, they already had the technology. Hitler had designed a jet that's very comparable to the jets that the states have now, and it's just as fast. I think it was going 1,100 kilometers an hour. The jet, they were way ahead. Rail guns and all that, giant tanks that they had ahead of time. So it's simple, and for those that don't know it, well, when the war ended, what happened is a lot of Nazis and Germans, agents, doctors, they all went to work for Americans in the States and on secret black ops projects and UFO projects and military top secret technology projects. They're still there. They're still there. The Queen was Romanian and had German background. She was not English. Windsor's my ass. It's a name they gave themselves. Why, oh, why plutonium, thorium reactor? Yes, thorium reactors are a lot safer. They should be using it. Much cheaper to build and maintain. Absolutely, much less dangerous. There's an abundance of source material. It's not an ideal solution, but it's a start. It's not an ideal solution, but it's more than a start. I mean, it's very, very, very possible. And it would adjust all the climate problem, maybe, it's a normal thing that when we plunge into an ice age, like we are right now, which I believe, yeah, yeah, Project Paperclip, yes, I believe we're in that one, and that's a real project for sure. But through an ice age, they experience greenhouse gas effects during a certain time and period. There's a cooling period of an ice age, and there's a very long warming period. We're in the interglacial stages right now of an ice age. The interglacial stage is where everything starts to melt. We get some greenhouse gas effects that are occurring around the earth. So it's not necessarily us, the people, or because of our carbon footprint that all this is occurring. I mean, that it's a lot of lies of what they're saying. The trees filter everything and breathe out. They breathe in carbon monoxide and they breathe out oxygen. This is something that cleanses the earth, the ecosystems and marshes and all the swamp areas. You have any idea what would happen to the ecosystems if we took away all the swamps? The swamps that everyone thinks is stinky and disgusting is cleaning the whole systems, the whole earth. It keeps it clean, like the mushrooms keep everything clean. When we get rid of all that stuff, everything's going to go to hell. Yeah, thorium is rare, and apparently I heard that they wanted to mine thorium on a certain planet or asteroid. So see, this is always at the back of their heads, and this is what they want to do. Painted coatings. Good evening, Lees. Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing else that it does good. I learned that, so that's what they do. They enrich the plutonium. They're putting this in warheads. They're not putting it in anything else. And they enrich the warheads to have a bigger punch and bigger impact. There's a limit on how much you can enrich uranium. You're not allowed enriching it. There's a process as they're heating it up and the cores and whatnot. Plutonium, there's different types of plutonium, 1, 2, and 3, and the rest of the other plutoniums are good for nothing apparently. I think for they're talking about some type of for generators, I'm not sure, but in general, yeah, it's to enrich nuclear warheads, and that's all they're doing with that. There's we could have like the thorium um, is rare, but it's a lot cleaner and safer having a nuclear thorium reactor where it's not toxic, right? Because there's over 400 nuclear plants on this earth, and I've been saying it for the past couple of weeks here on the streams. If ever there's a blackout, well, we'll have to keep the diesel generators going. But if ever there's a tsunami where we can't reach these power plants, they are going to explode. And I don't know what would happen after 400 nuclear plants explode. All life would die here on Earth. We'd have to go inside of the ground, but we still wouldn't live very, very long, for sure. It's figured out how Turn spent nuclear fuel back into its original form to be used again. This was suppressed. Absolutely, Norma. See, that's 100% that it can be done. I know it, and I've heard it also myself. For whatever the reason, they are not. So you see what they want to do? They need pollution so that they have a reason to grab funding and get investments from people so that they can work on a solution. They do it every time. They want to attack Russia. Well, they need more power, the CIA, the Pentagon. No problem. Make something happen here in the States or there in the States in your end. I say here, I'm just on the border. Something happens in the States, and then all of a sudden, well, you could bring in martial law like we were talking about. You could bring in more funding, and you get more access and more power to the military, and you go further out. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. Do you know how many bases the Americans have around this world? Hundreds of areas where they can go and be stationed at a base all around the world. Thanks, Sam. Oliver says the talk was about the Tic Tac being Asteroid technology copied by Army. Kind of ceramic outer coating, IR plating that leads huge voltage fields for levitation, and flight. Yeah, it's all common knowledge now, eh? They could do it now. They were doing it back in the 30s and 40s, probably maybe even before that. But there were some videos out of them, and you could tell that those old videos are real UFO craft. You know. Yeah, yeah, that's a good one, eh? If they have a shield, how would they be able to down it? Well, maybe it was a test, or now you're talking, maybe that could be part of an alien invasion. When you think of it, governments say they can bring ETS, yes, home. They have their own UFO fleets, bases on the moon. Yeah, I believe that, and Mars, of course, and all asteroids have bases on them. I believe it in refueling centers. I believe that refueling centers, Michael. I think the government are killing the HR 100%. The Depop. It's 100%, and it's a slow one. It's not a rapid one. It's a slow one because they're testing us. Being called. Yep. Yep. Once they shift their focus from war, greed, and ego to peace, and cleaning up all the crap they produce, then we can finally start healing and help the planets and all life on it as well. Yes, and everyone was in it for money. So they didn't have to invest time in doing cleaning up. They were just there to make money. Like Pfizer just did during the freaking pandemic. It's money they want to make. They don't want to help people. They want to make money. Eyes wide open, 3045. Thank you for being here. I thank you all for coming by the stream. Yep, you said it, Christy. Problem, reaction, solution. That's it. Hear about the particle ray gun we have and thoughts about HARP on our ship that was in Turkey. People saw the light, cloud, then earthquake. Oh, yeah, absolutely. We were talking about that just the other day, Beth. A massive sun-like object in the center, middle of the night, in the center of the ground. A noise was heard, like HARP was beaming a frequency there. They say that it cracked open. By the way, there's I don't have the proper term. There's a big mountain or ledge or something that was created that separated in two and caused a massive crevice and hole there. We have a very intelligent woman from Romania that's in politics and that's speaking up for Turkey, that's been being interviewed all over the place, that said it was definitely HARP. She believes there was no epicenter whatsoever of those earthquakes, over 130 aftershocks, and several quakes in the wake that they had. So I knew the pellets can be used to cause meltdown effects anywhere. They got a whole bunch of tech, eh? It's all secretive, eh? All secretive, but not so secretive, right? Geothermic energy are much cleaner, right, you are, than any we have now, and so are Tesla energy. That's smart. That's true, at least. So why aren't we using it? Why are we using, why back in the day did they even have lead paint? Horrible, stupid stuff. They were far more advanced to know that that would have harmed us. They're testing us. The sickening pricks are testing us. They want to see, another thing that I know about Ohio I have to be very careful with is that now that, excuse me, I got hiccups. Now that people can be possibly getting sick there, they're going to be monitoring them and watching their whereabouts and watching their medical history. The government's going to be checking those people to see if any sickness arrives. Because the very scary thing, it's over a longer period of time that these things occur. I'm not even going to get into the things that they said that it caused: liver cancer, lung cancer, a whole long list of other horrible things and cancers that it causes. And of course, nobody knows how freaking far it was spread. That's horrible. Catching the airwaves straight across Canada and the Great Lakes. Yeah, absolutely. It's devastating. I wonder, how much that's going to affect people. So breathing problems also. Definitely people are going to all of a sudden have breathing problems. If anybody has had a breathing problem in the last 2 or 3 days, it could be something that's in the air. I woke up 4 or 5 days ago with an excruciating bottom pain in the back bottom side of my head on both sides. And when I'd cough like that, it made me want to vomit, to be sick. It was so sore. I've been saying this since the 90s. Okay. The companies that are around here, by the way, a lot of bad companies around here, especially the lead company right beside me, by the way. There's lots going on in those companies, and the fumes that come up and everything out of it. It's bullshit. Nothing's being tested. That's completely a lie. You're not going to tell me they're testing anything. They're letting shit go into our water and everything. That's why they're at the last minute now, where everything's showing up. That's a domino effect. It's a real domino effect. Let's do the time warp again. Yes. We have to put our minds, absolutely, Kai. Love you, brother. Stay strong, man. Get your morals back up. Let us know how you feel tonight at 8. I'm going to have to get off soon, too. Yes, we are. May God, the creator of creation, bless and keep us all, and may the force be with you. Force be with you, absolutely. Let's do the time warp again. Let's combine our energies and destroy the elites. Yep. Think about why a place in Ohio is called East Palestine. I can't, because I've been thinking about it all month when I heard about it and realized, like, when I heard derailment in East Palestine, I'm like, oh wow, the Palestinians, and isn't that like in Israel, Jerusalem or something? No. Yeah, it's like the Palestinians, but they call them Palestinians too. Is it people from East Palestine over there, or what the hell is that all about? Maybe we'd have to look at the movie White Noise to find out who the actors were because all the actors were from East Palestine in Ohio. You know, in that movie where there was a chemical disaster? Very weird. They were talking about the balloons and not about the train incident. Yeah, exactly. They're literally floating it. I've never seen a president in my life, nor have you, not talk about something like what happened in Ohio. Just literally blow it off and not talk about it, or even go there. It's sickening. Yeah, Oliver Klein, 100%. That's exactly what they did. They conquered and renamed whole world plane. That's exactly what they did. Oh, leave that the United States. The Germans are there taking over. Oh, leave that Germany. We're not going to call it the States now. We're still going to leave it Germany, right? I believe that. Eyes wide open, 3045. Absolutely 100%. Turkey, Ohio, balloons. Yeah, I believe they're all related. Don't forget the lights that are buzzing around. They're really worried about that. Whoever it is, they're definitely watching the military bases in the States and around the world. Something's up with that. Really, thank you very much. Yep, it'll be promised once we get through all the shit, I guess. Yes, gloves are off. Yeah, isn't it odd that CNN is even talking or even showing it? Public Space Force announcement speech. Yep. Oh, yeah. Then all hell broke loose. Storm on Capitol, China, Hong Kong, COVID, then the war. Yes, yes. Great show from them. That's exactly it. Well said. Alaska Skywatcher, Paradox Fossils. Thank you very much for being here. A lot of town in the Midwest have biblical names since ancient America is recorded in Old Testament. Right, you are. And they're interesting too. Hey, thank you very much. Thanks a lot, you guys. Yeah, I'll keep it up for sure. Thanks for the amazing support here, everyone. Geez, I'm on time with the feed. I don't think I've ever done that before. It must be the end of the world. Sprooksy! They were talking about the balloons and not about the train incident. I'm sorry I read that before. Thanks for being here. We should start 5 years ago with the Trump. I read that. Thank you very much. Live long and prosper. Absolutely. Live long and prosper. Wonder what it will be like teaching kids at school in the future about our past. Oh my gosh. Isn't it disgusting? Well, the minute they start teaching the kids that white people are scum and, this other, they're trying to make people fight. What happened, the disgusting things that happened with slavery in the past with all races and recently the black people and stuff like that, that is something where we should never go back to. And any child that talks about in a racist way at school, the school should look into those children's parents and quite simply ask them, if you're racist and you're teaching your kids about racist, those are the people you want to send to jail. Honestly, those are the people you want to send to jail. Do you see that picture of a jet and a balloon? Oh my God, yes. Took a selfie. A jet driver decides to take a selfie over top of one of the Chinese balloons. Spy balloons, very important. I'm not just going to call it a balloon when it's a actual spy balloon. Very important to say. So important. Trust me, you won't believe. He talked about rocket guys and leaving U.S. spaceships, but what space shuttle? Yeah, of course he talks about it, and it really exists. You know, Trump during his presidency and time, he was supposed to bring out and divulge, expose something alien or UFO related, or maybe even possibly people are saying that was related to a subject on the moon. They told them to hold back from it and to wait till the end of his presidency. Then at the end of his presidency, they didn't talk about it, but they came out with the UFO report. First report in over 50 plus years since the Roswell report, where even back then they were talking about the bloody balloons, which makes me laugh because, you know, there were no balloons. And people say, it's all balloons that are flying around. Everyone's flipping out. It's just regular balloons. Well, why don't people ever see balloons in the past? If not, everyone would be filming bloody balloons up there in the sky. The balloons are so bloody high up there. They're about that friggin' big when they go by. They're white. And if they go by in the white sky, you'll never see them. So they're very rarely seen. But they all come down in altitude, those balloons. Like I told you, I'm repeating myself here. I've caught one before, landed right in my yard when I was living in St. Timothy, Quebec, a long time ago. It came down, landed in the yard, and just poof, and dropped. It was a white metal box, heavy enough, with a number on it and lock, a phone number also to call 1-800. This is a weather inspection surveillance balloon. Please call this number so we can go and retrieve it. So whether we did or not, I think we did. And yeah, that's the only time in my life that I ever saw a balloon in the sky. So yes, they exist, but what are they, right? Hey, thanks, Lee's. Well, that's from, I'll have to get the link for Julie too. It's my son that got me that beautiful flag because he knows I film the sun. He knows his dad's into spirituality and sees a whole bunch of things. My son, I've shown him many UFOs outside. He sort of got a little bit of a chuckle with it because he said it's like my dad showing me UFOs in the sky. How it's pretty lame when you think of it. It's like it's not necessarily probably a relationship where you want to be in, where my dad's an astronomer or ufologist and he's got a channel telling people that there's someone on the moon. But he knows now. He knows a lot about what's going on with the government. He's a pureblood too, and he's very familiar with what's going on around him. And he's the one that got me that beautiful flag. The other birthday gift was that other beautiful alien head that he gave me, which the batteries are always dead now. So indigenous means yeah, I had talked about that about someone already here. Yes, they were the first. Not from Africa. Mayans were actually colored. Yeah, I heard that too. Our history has been altered so that the elite can stay on top. Yes, and to cause separation, to cause us to fight all of us together, you know. And I'm really lucky because when I get people that come here that are black or that are Arab or Muslim or any other race, and they can come here and interact with me, I don't offend their religions. They don't offend my spirituality or my belief systems. It's not always about religion, right? Like, why should anybody talk to each other and have to say, are you a Muslim? Or are you Mormon? Or you must be a Jehovah? Or are you this? Are you that? Are you black? Are you white? It's just, I'm a human being. We all have the same colored blood. I'm starting to wonder now, but I'm pretty sure we all have the same colored blood. I want to thank you all so much for having stopped by, y'all. I'll be back on again around, not around, at exactly 8 o'clock. We'll stream from 8 to 10. I'm going to be looking at the sun footage that I got this afternoon. And of course, working on the video that will be presented here on the channel later on. At the same time, if I get up between streams, maybe. We'll see. Another rocket launch failure here in Alaska. My lips are so dry. I heard about that. Also, what else happened? There's a couple of lots going on in the space news. A couple of launches. A China balloon had 3 black Chinese letters on a white balloon. There were letters, eh? I didn't see that there were any letters. I saw the image with the writing on it, but it must have been on top overhead of it, I guess, right? Because they were just showing us underneath. Great spy balloon. Come on. It's only leading public away. That China balloon had 3 big black Chinese letters on a white balloon. Well, yeah, but it's still Chinese. What do you think their balloon is doing? Honestly, do you think their balloon is looking at our weather? Shoot it the frig down. And now China is not happy with Canada's reaction for shooting down the balloon. My message to the CCP is stay the feck out of Canada and the States, you corrupt authoritarian pigs, because that's what they are. They manipulate their people. You don't want that coming into this country. Okay, everything we own says made in China, but let's leave it at that. Okay? Alaska Skywatcher, thanks again. Then you headed for a screwdriver, Bruce, and took it apart, Bruce. Over 250 rockets were launched from Earth last year. Oh, there was lots of rockets launched. I saw that the other day. How many do you think it will be this year? This year, 2,500 to 3,000, and I don't think any less. Honestly, you watch. Yeah, Dominic. They're ancient Romanian, actually ancient Romanian. There's a connection with some of the families. And since they're all inbred family, the royal families are inbred. We're not going to hide it. We have um, Diana that was related to Charles, second cousins, if I'm not mistaken. They're all related. And as you go down the the family tree, you really see that it's real. Spirituel sit. Thank you very much. Merci. Bruce, did you ever hear the chemtrails which darken the sky, night dark? Yes, in Germany, they spray some shit in the air and suddenly it's dark everywhere after 30 minutes. I have, yes. Jawohl. I've heard of that. I have heard of that. So there's more than one thing that they're doing with those clouds in the air, that's for sure. We live in a prison world that they are in control. We are only free in our mindset. Well said, Michael. Michael, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by the channel. You ever hear about Thoth and the Emerald Tablets, Bruce? Bruce, because you said Thoth. Yes, I have heard of Thoth. Thoth. Oh, are you talking about the Egyptian Thoth or Thoth? Probably not. The Emerald Tablets, I have heard about. I heard of the Crystal Skulls too. These are all stories that really do intrigue me. We'll talk some more about that this evening, you guys, for sure. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Alaska Skywatcher. Yeah, they are so fascinating, bro. I'm telling you, it's hair raising. And Liao says, I don't think the Chinese use balloon to spy. The satellites are more effective. Ça, c'est vrai. That is true. They said that in the news that they don't need the balloons to be able to take close-up pictures because this is confirmed. The satellites can go and see a date on a dime. They can go see a little date on a dime. They can see an insect in the ground with those satellite cameras. Ça, c'est vrai. But it's something. What is it for? And I'll see you all tonight at the stream. Also, the 8:00 stream Eastern time. In 5 hours. Space and dimensions and time. Yeah, that's the next subject. I'm down for that. How is the universe made? Space, dimension, and time. I like it. A matter of fact, I'll write it down. Are the ghosts that we are seeing in other dimensions, are they in the same dimensions as the aliens? Are they in another dimension? Bruce, bruh, I'm up for coming on your live streams now and then, and kids do live experiments and research on any subjects. Damn right, man. So we can all get involved and bang heads together and discuss any subjects. Absolutely, man. In a couple of, at one point, like 8:00 streams and stuff like that, we can do shit like that, man. Absolutely. And I expect a whole bunch of you to come on if we find it interesting, for sure. Yeah, the swamp gas. Stephen A. Which launch failed in Alaska? Yeah, I didn't hear about one. I didn't even know that there was one. Failed rocket, so that might be what caused the ash that fell today in several states. Maria, that could be. He said it. He said it before I even mentioned it, or around the same time. Absolutely. Yeah, they were cousins, either first cousins or second cousins, literally related to each other. Literally. Just got some dinner from the UK, so different time zones. Absolutely. Good supper to you, man. I'm getting off too, and thanks for coming by. Hope to see you around 8 o'clock, but it might be a little late for my friends in the UK. There's a launch at Space Force, I believe. It's on Kodiak Island yesterday. Holy shit, I didn't even know that there was a launch yesterday. Yes, absolutely. That is something that's like CERN, His Highness. Okay. CERN there is smashing billions of particles together every second, 24/7, all the time. And they have that bugger going. And it's, under Spain and a part under another country. And it's going to town, smashing atoms together in particles. We have the ionosphere that's being beamed with HARP. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. You guys can check out my Patreon channel. Looking forward to talking tonight. I've been busy while listening to the information given today. Absolutely. Gate Smash, I love you, bro. We will be having an interesting conversation tonight. I promise you. I absolutely promise. Satellites are not effective. Clouds and pollution cut definition. Right on, Robin Phillips. Oh, really? Hey, shit's about to hit the fan, Margaret. I think, some good stuff, some good things are going to happen. Do you see what he said? He said, leave me 5 minutes with Volodymyr Zelensky and Putin. He says, he goes, leave me 5 minutes. You know who I talk to? Russia. I love when he goes, Russia. Or when he goes, China. Serious face. Where'd the vaccines started in China. God bless America. Good things are coming. I'm positive, my American friends. And for everyone else around the world, the same shit that's going on for everybody. Yeah, well, they're saying now that the Big Bang probably didn't even happen. Science begins with people discuss ideals and theories without bullying. It's exactly what it is. And I tell you what, science is a theory. They know nothing. What Isaac Newton in 1666 was saying, the theory of relativity with Einstein, it's all just ideas. Smart people getting ideals, getting closer to the truth, but we still don't know what energy is equal to. We were not dead on the money with that one. I've heard of him before. Beyond Level Motion 2. Welcome, you guys. I'm just about to get off. Oh, yes, weaponry. We're talking all about that tonight. Science is answering and asking questions, not being bullied by bought and paid for politicians. Politicians are, though, taking over the friggin' science field, and that this is the problem. 1823 suns in a black hole, one galaxy, 1823 galaxies, one universe, 1823 universes. Right beside us is another solar system that they're finding artificial light on Proxima B, Proxima Centauri, artificial light. So they're going to look on the dark side of the stars and planets and exoplanets to be able to see if there's any activity, the sneaky buggers. And that's what they're doing. And that's why they went to the dark side of the moon. Guaranteed. That's why they went to the dark side of the moon. What else? Was there something else that I didn't mention, I guess, in today's stream? Ryugu, Proxima Centauri, 4 light years away. And that's in the habitable zone also. So they're seeing lights there. So tonight we'll talk about a whole bunch of stuff, you guys. Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, we're still 90 watching. If you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed to the channel, you can. It's free to subscribe, and it encourages the creator, and it pushes me. YouTube will push me out in the algorithm. And I really, really appreciate the incredible help, Jay. And I'm sorry to all of you that I've missed. Thank you so much, Julie. Love you guys. That's my music channel. If you guys want to hear me singing the Bee Gees, anything, blues, that's the music channel where I have fun. I write my own stuff, a lot of my own stuff, and I play some first attempts at some musical popular artists, so you guys can check that out. I love you all, everybody. Thanks to the mods, thanks to the members. And if you're here, you're not a member, and you're just coming for the first time, and you took time to come to the stream, it really helps the creators. The more people we are, and this is really like a family here. So I hope to see you all come on back. I love you all very much. We'll be talking tonight. The subjects tonight, well, like we said, space, dimensions, time, and we'll check out some news, and I'll let you know what's going on in the world tonight. See you all on the flip side, 8 o'clock Eastern. I'll be here starting up the next stream. Bye-bye for now. See you in the comment section.